Linda Sherwin here. Let me ask you something. How comfortable are you with silence? That was just 6 seconds. How did you feel? For many of us, it can feel awkward, especially in a business setting. But here's the thing. Pause and silence isn't just about avoiding awkward moments. It's actually a powerful tool to take your communication to the next level. Let me show you how. Pausing and using silence strategically can do wonders for your communication. Think about it. Have you ever been in a meeting where someone just keeps talking and talking and talking without a break? Exhausting, right? Well, when you pause, you're doing three important things. First, you create emphasis. A well placed pause makes your key points stand out. Second, you show confidence. Someone who's comfortable with silence comes across as calm and in control. And third, you engage your audience by giving them time to process what you're saying. So instead of rushing to fill every single moment, let's embrace the pause. Let me share a little story with you. A number of years ago, I was hired by an organization to come and make a presentation to their C-suite executives in the boardroom. It was one of those crazy mornings in this city where the traffic was terrible, and even though I'd given myself tons of time to get there, I got there with just a few minutes to spare. Got to the boardroom, went to the front of the room, said my first sentence, which was a provocative question, and then my mind went totally blank. It felt like an eternity that I stood there, and it was totally blank. I couldn't think of the next thing to say. Finally, it came to me, and I continued on with the presentation. At the end of it, the president approached me, and I thought, oh dear, what's he going to say? Well, I was totally surprised. He said, "What a phenomenal opening." When you said that question and then said nothing, there was total silence. Everybody in the room was thinking about what their answer would be to that question. I was completely surprised. Wow, very interesting. All right, let's talk about actually using this in your day, in your day-to-day business. Here are three simple ways to start practicing pause and silence. First, use pauses in presentations. After you share a key point or statistic, stop and let it land. For example, you might say, our Q3 revenue increased by 40%. Pause for 3 seconds. This is a major milestone for our team. That pause gives your audience time to absorb the importance of what you just said. Second, try it in conversations or meetings. When someone asks you a question, pause for a moment before answering. This shows that you're taking the time to think, and it makes your response feel certainly more, more thoughtful. Instead of rushing to respond, say, "That's a great question." Pause for 2 or 3 seconds. Here's my perspective. It's such a simple trick, but it really, really works. And third, use silence in negotiations. After you make a proposal or ask a key question, resist the urge to fill the silence. Just wait. For example, how does this pricing structure work for you? Pause. Let them process it. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Okay, here are a few quick tips to help you master the art of pausing. First, practice timing your pauses. Aim for 2 to 5 seconds, depending on the situation. Just enough time to let the moment breathe without feeling awkward. Second, Pair your pauses with good nonverbal cues like making eye contact or a subtle nod to maintain engagement. And third, don't overdo it. Use pauses strategically so they feel natural and not forced. So here's your challenge. In your next meeting, presentation, or even a casual conversation, experiment with pauses. After your next key point, stop. Let the silence do its work, just like I did in my story. And notice how your words suddenly feel more powerful. Remember, silence isn't empty, it's a tool. Use it to create impact, show confidence, and keep your audience hanging onto every word. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and make the most of your pauses. Curtain up. It's showtime.